Imagine a $1 trillion military force, 100 stealth aircraft carriers, cruise missiles, satellites, and the world's most advanced intelligence system. Now imagine that. This military attacks a country. On the first day, command centers are destroyed, communication networks are jammed, air defenses are knocked out, and the capital city is effectively isolated. Every conventional military expert would say the war is over. The fight has been won. But then something strange happens. Missiles begin to launch. Drones start appearing in the sky. Attacks on supply convoys begin. And resistance becomes not less but even more dangerous. The invading force realizes they did not destroy the defense system. They activated it. Because it was strong. This strategy developed because Iran was comparatively weak and turned its weakness into a weapon. The war that changed everything. To understand Iran's story, we have to go back to 1980. Iran-Iraq War, a brutal conflict lasting 8 years. This war taught Iran many painful lessons. Iran realized how expensive conventional warfare can be. Tanks can be destroyed. Air bases can be destroyed. Headquarters can be destroyed. And if an entire military depends on a central command, then a successful strike can cripple the whole system. After the war, Iranian planners asked a dangerous question. How can we become more powerful than a superpower? No, the actual question was, how can we make the strength of a superpower irrelevant? And this question laid the foundation for asymmetric defense. But there is one thing here that is very rarely explained in mainstream discussions. Iran was not building a large military. Iran was building a military that would function even after being destroyed. This difference is very important. Most armies are designed to win battles. Iran's strategy was designed first to survive and then to fight. Mosaic Defense. Mosaic Defense is an artwork. Thousands of small pieces come together to create a large image. Each piece is individually small, but all the pieces together create a complete structure. Iran applied this concept to military planning. The country was divided into multiple defensive zones. Each zone could operate independently. Each zone has local command, local intelligence, local logistics, and independent decision-making capability in emergencies. Traditional military structure is like a pyramid. Orders come from the top down. If the top layer is destroyed, the entire structure is impacted. Iran chose the Spiderweb model instead of the pyramid. You can damage a part of the web, but the whole web will not collapse. This is the core idea of Mosaic Defense. 31 pieces of the puzzle. Now, here comes a map that very few people talk about. Iran's defense structure is decentralized at the provincial level. Each region has been given its defensive responsibility, and here geography changes the game. Iran is not just a desert. Iran has massive mountain ranges, deep valleys, remote terrain, natural choke points, and underground facilities. If the invading force captures major cities, controlling the entire country becomes a completely different challenge. And this is the place where people make mistakes. Most people think the objective of Mosaic Defense is to win battles. The reality? No. The objective is to make the enemy's victory so expensive that it becomes practically unattainable. The IRGC factor. Now, let's talk about the IRGC. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is a central pillar of Iran's security architecture. The IRGC is not just a conventional military force, it also plays a role in strategic planning, internal security, regional operations, and decentralized mobilization. Within Mosaic Defense, the IRGC maintains local units. These units are familiar with the local terrain. They understand the local population and can provide rapid response. This means that even if communication networks are disrupted, resistance can continue. But here comes the part that most analysts do not explain. Mosaic is not just a defensive military strategy, it is also an economic strategy, and perhaps the most important part, sanction-proof warfare. Iran has been facing sanctions for decades. Buying foreign military equipment is difficult, importing advanced technology is challenging, and financial restrictions are separate. Iran knew it could not win a spending race against the US or Western countries, so it changed the game. Instead of matching expensive systems, Iran focused on creating expensive responses, meaning you spend less money but force the enemy to spend more. This philosophy is called cost asymmetry, and it is the hidden engine of Mosaic Defense. Missiles and drones. Now let's talk about technology, because from here the story gets more interesting. Drones, mobility, dispersion. Iran has made heavy investments in missile programs, developed underground facilities, deployed mobile launchers, and built decentralized strike capability, including drones. Strategic depth. Military analysts often use a term, strategic depth. The idea is simple. Security does not start at the border. Sometimes security planning is done outside the border as well. Regional relationships and influence also play a role in Iran's security thinking. Critics say that this can increase regional tensions. But regardless of the viewpoint, it creates an additional layer to the Mosaic concept. The hidden map. And now comes the map that very few people talk about. History repeatedly shows that in difficult terrain, warfare becomes complicated. Supply lines get stretched, logistics become difficult, and local defenders can gain advantages. For this reason, geography is the silent partner of Mosaic Defense. So, what are Iran's most powerful weapons? Missiles, drones, IRGC, mountains? Perhaps not. Iran's most powerful weapon is uncertainty. A strategy that does not guarantee the enemy that victory will be easy. A strategy that tries to dramatically increase costs. A strategy that does not define military power solely by hardware. Because in modern warfare, sometimes the objective is not just to defeat the enemy. The objective is to make an attack so costly that no one would want to attack at all. And this is the core logic of Iran's Mosaic Defense Strategy. What do you think? Please do let me know in the comments. If you like the video, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next geopolitical deep dive.